She wins. People bear witness. Thank you for letting us be our
Chuck D here, along with the King of Rock, Mr. DMC. We are on the real, off the record here for Real News Network, and really, President Barack Obama has taken office to be the President of the United States for the next 4 years. People call it the highest position in the world. When he talked about, you know, everybody coming and paying attention, we've heard from everybody, but when he talked musically, you know, the names that stood out, people like Bruce Springsteen, U2, Bono makes it, you know, a conversation about, help Palestine, you know, these people in rock, the legends in rock and roll and other forms of music have a front and center stage of boldness and braveness to talk about, and also be anointed, like, and respected for who they are.
Right, and the rappers are punk.
Rap music gets no respect because they say, well, rappers really ain't saying anything. And the week before, Run DMC is inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What is this missing link, and even black media or media from connecting the two to the point where, I mean, a DMC and a Run could have been there, you know, invited to be along with the celebration. What is this missing link, man? That's not anointing the heroes such as yourself and being revered just as much as the Bruce Springsteen and the Bono, who sure enough know the accomplishments of Run DMC.
That's weird, because when the election started and Obama was running his campaign and everybody knew he was going to win, all the press people from all over the ages hit Tracy Miller, our publicist, and said, I'm talking about journalists, this is happening. Obama was only made possible because of what Run DMC did with hip hop when they did it. So that's a big, don't say that, don't say that. And as I was last couple of months, people kept saying it. They kept saying it, but it's weird because if you look at those rock and roll dudes, see, maybe it's because the hip hop of the last 20 years ain't saying nothing. We don't want those guys here because they're going to do this, or we can only expect this from them. But if you look at John Lennon, if you look at Bob Dylan, if you look at Fogerty, if you look at any of those rock and roll guys, whether it was in the 60s, Vietnam War, they didn't care what people thought about it. They wrote about what was going on in their communities. We are the voices of those people. It's a shame that Run DMC, Chuck D, KRS-One, Paris, we can only get on the radio old school at noon, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the day. Where are all the kids at in school? But from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, what do you hear? Maybe there's a conspiracy. I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but maybe it's because, like I said in the first segment, we let the value of what hip-hop meant to the world, to the streets, to the generations, deteriorate because of those elements who really don't care about the real purpose of our culture and our art form. You know, it's a shame that hip-hop doesn't have the Bruce Springsteens and Dylans. We've been saying this already.